Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone studios. I'm Ross Johnston. In Titans news, about an hour ago, the team traded corner Roger McCreary and a 2026 conditional 6th-round pick to the Los Angeles Rams for a 2026 conditional 5th-round pick. McCreary was in his 4th year with the Titans and had 3 picks, 18 pass breakups, and 4 sacks in his career. Also, the Tennessee Titans got bruised, beaten, and battered yesterday in Indianapolis as the Colts routed them 38-14, and Jonathan Taylor had 3 touchdowns and 174 total yards on the day. Cam Ward went 22 of 38 for 259 yards, 1 touchdown, and a garbage time interception, with Gunnar Helm and Tyjae Spears recording the Titans' 2 touchdowns. Rookie wideout Chimere Dike had 7 grabs for 93 yards, and the Titans recorded 3 sacks from Tavondre Sweat, Draymond Jones, and Roger McCreary. The Vols blew out Kentucky in Lexington 56-34 with quarterback Joey Aguilar going 20 of 26 for 396 yards and 3 touchdowns. A trio of Vols receivers had over 100 yards. Chris Brazel with 138, Mike Matthews with 107, and Braylon Staley with 105. The Vols moved to number 14 in the AP poll. And lastly, Vanderbilt held on against Missouri 17-10 at home, with quarterback Diego Pavia going 10 of 19 for 129 yards and a pick while rushing for 20 yards and a touchdown. Vanderbilt moves to number 9 in the AP poll, while Missouri drops to 19. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news that wants you in your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Oh, it's cover 2. Blaine Bishop, Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by All Four Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. Draft Develop retains out the window. Draft Develop trade is in as Roger McCreary is traded away to the Los Angeles Rams for a conditional 5th-round pick from the Rams for Roger McCreary and a conditional 6th-round pick. Now, that condition is it's the worst 6th-round pick by the time the draft order is set versus, and they get back the best 5th-round pick, because the Rams have multiple, by the time that the draft order is set. Here's the thing about this whole, here's the thing about this Roger McCreary
watch
trade.
this. I hope they don't trade Restrepo.
They'd get like the 2028 7th-round pick for Restrepo or something. Here's the thing. I don't mind that I was about to say Restrepo. I don't mind that Roger McCreary got traded. But between this and the Jarvis Brownlee Jr. trade, I have questions about their strategy going into 2026. I also have questions about their ability to negotiate deals. Because I find that this is some weak negotiating, that you gave up 2 young prime players at positions of pretty important positions, and you had to give away draft capital. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have 7th-round picks or 6th-round picks, but you're giving up draft capital along with a meager return, and that's where my issue is with Roger McCreary. At this point, I just don't care about the defense. I'll enjoy watching Cedric Gray, and that's about the only thing I'll enjoy watching on this defense until Big Jeff comes back. I'm all focused on the offense at this point. Kind of sounds like the Titans are too.
Well, let me say this. I'm happy for Roger McCreary. At least he gets to go to a better team, so good for him. And I'm with you. Not so big on Roger McCreary getting traded because his contract is expiring. If they know they're not going to, re-sign him to a long-term deal, I think it's best to at least try to get some value. Here's what I'm probably a little bit different than you is. You talking about the value of what you're getting back and forth. What if they're not getting any? So that's why they have to do these kind of trades.
Maybe on some of them, but also you still have time before the deadline. I mean, part of the negotiating would be to say, okay, well, we're good with keeping Roger McCreary, but because we're not going to give up that 6.
Well, I would assume that for the last 2 weeks they've been saying that and then got no bite. And
I think that would be a safe assumption.
Right. That's
but I also, I don't know about this group.
I could say I disagree with maybe how they evaluate players, but as far as their negotiation skills, I have no idea. And I would feel like they've been in the industry for a while now, I would think they know how to negotiate. So I think the value of these players aren't what they are, and the teams have all the leverage because they said, well, they'll be free agents. We'll just wait. Unless you want to, you can go get another guy just like them on another team. So I think they're just that desperate at this point in time, and they're comfortable with it because they've done it before. They've shown that. So that's only not to say I agree with or disagree with, but I just think that's what's going on. I think they're going to have to, if they want to get rid of Chig, they're going to have to do it. I would probably sign Chig. See, that's me.
Would too.
Because there's so many holes, and then they're adding on to the holes, by the way, with players. So I just think you got to start, kind of start saying, okay, how far are we going to go with this? Because, I mean, right now in the secondary, I would have kept Bronley and traded McCreary.
Right.
Just because of youth, and I would have moved him into the slot. I think that's where he's supposed to play. I think they're using all these measurables, like when you're coming out of high school, and if you don't meet a certain criteria, then they're going to let you walk.
You're not getting the scholarship. You're not getting accepted to the next year's
still good
class.
Players. You notice who did they trade him to?
The Rams and the Jets.
Jets, right. Good teams. The Rams are a good team, and they're going to be a playoff contending team. So, they looked at him just like everybody else and said, oh, this guy can play. And especially in the slot. That's why he's in the slot, because of his, let's say, shorter arms than the conventional, outside corner. That's why he's not playing outside. So, he's just hit or miss. It's just because of all the snowball effect, I think, of that position, really. They only have 3 corners on the roster, don't they? I don't. As this,
so they
activated.
have 4, but Darryl Baker Jr.
Concussed
is in the concussion protocol, and then they have 2 on the practice squad. But they have 4 on the active roster. They have Darryl Baker Jr., Jalen Armour-Davis, Marcus Harris, and Sam Womack.
Well, I'm not counting Baker because he got injured, and you never know with a concussion. So now you're going into a game with 3. So I guess they think they're going to elevate 1 or 2 of those guys off the practice. I don't even know who they are. This. Hey, they're ripping it down, and they're getting as much value as they think they possibly can get. I like McCreary because he was a real good guy, good player, solid player. You just hate to see good players.
None of the corners outside of Marcus Harris are under contract next year. So you have 1 corner heading into the 2026 season. Once free agency starts, theoretically right now, if it were to start today, you have 1 corner on the roster.
I know. That's why Ross was up there doing all these drills.
He was stretching.
Before the show. He was like, I got to get ready, man. I think I'm going to get the call. They're just going to revamping the whole.
But what's also funny to me is at the beginning of the year, they laughed at the idea of this being a Super Bowl roster, which I agree. It was not a Super Bowl roster. I had no problems with them laughing that question off. But in that same press conference, they talk about you can't have enough corners. And they've just gotten rid of all the corners.
They said that in tackles, right?
that in tackles. You can't have enough tackles. You can't have enough corners.
Roger,
I'm just trying to, they're not going to tell us their plan, but it just looks like it's a little scattered right now, and they're playing in there in the middle of it. So, I don't know what the plan. I mean, wow. What if they kept Snead next year?
I mean, they could, right? I mean, theoretically, they may be forced to. Like, that's the thing. They may be forced to do it.
Heck. Yeah.
I just don't know what the plan is. And I think part of the problem of also not knowing what the plan is that we don't know what the coaching staff is next year. We know who it isn't. We just don't know who it is.
Oh, no, nobody on the staff as far as COC head coach is going to be. After that, snafu there and didn't go for it on the 40.
Which is
42?
Yeah, 42.
The coach 42, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was about as livid as Cam Ward was.
Oh, I can imagine.
I kind of checked out after that. I was watching the game, but I was not watching the game because I knew this team wasn't mentally strong enough to withstand that. And then the next play, the guy goes 80. And I'm like, see, that meant that they didn't believe in the coach's decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what that was.
And to
the missed field goal
yeah.
right before half. I mean, they were playing pretty decent. Let's just say that. Offensively and defensively, they were hanging in there. I still didn't like the way the defense was playing. He was running through gaping holes. You, even your Sandlock play there, that looked like, I mean, that
kind of looked similar.
It looked very similar. I was just like, oh my gosh. I mean, how do you run through that big of a hole? I slow-mode and paused my TV, and that's when I said, that should never happen. That hole was as big as this room. I'm sorry.
Could have driven a Lions forward through it.
That was man. Guys weren't fighting resistance, and then I think some of the safeties got a little gunshot because they got tired of making tackles with running full steam ahead.
Well, you know that all the defensive backs.
Long run out of Woods, I don't know what he was doing. I wanted to go clip him myself just for missing that tackle on it. I'm like, man. It is not even about angles. You should have shot your wide. And, man, you would have had him easily. He was right there in reach. I've been acting like he didn't even understand the sideline as a man.
The top 6 tacklers. Okay, the top 6 tacklers on the team.
There's some fundamentals here that just is missing on both sides of the ball. And I ain't even got to the offense, but defensively they stunk it up. This is 2 weeks in a row, by the way. And then we could talk about Jeffrey Simmons wasn't out there and all that.
It doesn't matter to me. I thought we'll talk more about that coming up next because we're going to carry the press conference at 1:30 as well with Mike McCoy. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone.
Parents, when your teen athlete gets injured, every practice missed matters. So don't let an injury sideline their season or their dreams. Introducing Edge Athletic Recovery Program, a 2-month, twice daily sublingual peptide protocol designed to help your athlete heal faster, recover stronger, and get back on the field safely. Our science-backed peptides, BPC 157 and TB 500, support muscle, tendon, and ligament repair with no needles, no downtime, and also no hassle. Safe for teens, non-GMO, gluten-free, and easy to take at home. Optional add-ons include M-Scope, functional sessions, and regenerative orthopedic treatments to accelerate recovery even more. So don't wait. Give your athlete the best shot of full return to the sport and call Edge Peptide Therapy at 615-724-1878. Yes, that's 724-1878. Or you can go online and check them out at edgepeptide.com to schedule an office consultation today. Edge Peptide Therapy knows every game, every practice, and every dream always matters.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
Smashville hockey. Around here, it can sound like a language of its own. But hey, if you can pronounce Demumbrian, then names like Yossi, Shea, and Marchessault will roll right off the tongue. Nashville Predators, only in Smashville.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by All Four Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. The Titans opened up as 8.5-point home underdogs versus the Chargers. Since the McCreary trade, they are now listed at 10.5-point home underdogs. So that means that the line has moved 2 points away, or 2 points in favor of the Chargers, not in favor of the Titans after the McCreary trade. And I don't know if I've ever seen a trade that's a non-quarterback trade or non-big-time player move a line like that, but Ladd McConkey usually plays in the slot, so...
Oh, well, he plays inside and outside.
Yeah.
But that is abnormal. And I think it's because they saw that we were potentially going to sign Ross. And they said, no, that's at least 2 points.
Ross, can you not be the Ladd McConkey of the defense?
I can certainly try if need be. But I'm not too upset. This is going to help my Herbert MVP case a lot, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
My prediction, I guess.
Oh,
There you
you had Herbert?
I did. I'm not feeling great about it
Who
right
was your
now.
MVP?
I'll have to go back and check. I know I wrote that down
I said
somewhere.
Josh Allen.
Yeah. I can't remember who I said. It was something
say?
random. I'll have to go back and look. We'll look here during the commercial break, and we'll go to Adrian. Adrian.
Yo, Adrian.
You're on with Blaine and Zach.
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm driving a truck right now, so I just wanted to make sure. Man, I just wanted to say first off, as a Titans fan, I'm just numb to everything right now. My only enjoyment of watching Titans is going back on YouTube, looking at the good days with Eddie George, the Hitman, and Derek Mason. That's why I get my Titan enjoyment from.
Ooh.
But I just wanted to ask y'all a question. I feel like the Titans are doing this to tank so they can get that number one pick and trade it back to get multiple picks. Because they keep talking about draft picks. Well, we didn't have no players on the team that could get good draft capital, and the ones we did have, we traded for nothing. So I feel like at this point they're trying to tank without letting everybody know they're tanking to get that first pick to trade back. And that's just my thoughts on it. I'm going to sit back and just listen to what y'all have to say.
I think you're right. Okay, so the Titans have 58 players under contract. 28 of them are going to be under contract next year.
Only 28.
Only 28. So 30 of this 58, according to Spotrac, is going to need replacing. And you're going to have to obviously spend money to do it.
Oh.
But you're also going to have a lot of draft capital, because at this point they are determined to turn this thing around. And it really is almost like Green Bay style. They're trying to go like current Green Bay style. They're trying to get younger and go with all draft picks. You remember they drafted like all their receiving core like in a span of 2 years, including tight ends. They spent a lot of money or a lot of draft capital over those years. They said they wanted 30 picks over the course of 3 years. And right now, that's what they're aiming to do.
Oh, they're going to get it in 2 years.
They may at this point.
Yeah. To the fact that they're doing it on purpose to tank, I think they're doing it more so to get more draft capital. So if that then requires them to not have, decent players out there, I guess that is a form of tanking. Yeah.
Well, I'll also say,
wow. This is hard I don't know their plan. I have no idea. Like, they want to just draft all young guys and believe that they are going to be able to pick really good players, not just the high guys, but the guys in the middle to later rounds, which they've kind of showed the mid-round guys that are contributing. But ultimately, they need these high picks to get that really good number one, let's say, pass rusher to number one wide receivers. I think then that would make the receiving core a lot better. These guys, DK and Almana are good players, but they're not game changers.
They're your 2 and 3.
Yeah. They need game changers, and that's what they're setting up for. So yes, I want them to get the top pick or top 3 picks. That way they can trade out and get 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and that would be awesome. And then a year in, then that'll look a lot better. But they're going to have free agency too, so they'll have money. So it could turn around a little faster than people think if you get the right players. Now, they did a good job drafting this year. And coach. And naturally, the coach is the the biggest one
Yeah.
of all of this. So and that's the question I have, like, what direction are they going to go? Because I think a veteran coach may sit back and say, well, how long are you going to give me, and how much power will I have or say so in some of these decisions? We could say there's only 32 spots, and you take, but like McCarthy, like, is he sitting back saying, "Hey, you have no problem with"? He may, because he probably was like that with Dallas.
Yeah, but also I would say this:
Or
this
some coach
roster
like that,
is
or like
right.
Saleh. You think Saleh is going to say no? You have no say so on who we draft, and then who we dress, who plays? I mean, I
think the other part of this,
somebody, but I just think people who have experience and that we would like. I think it's going to be a hard sell.
To build on top of that, though, you are correct, and I'm going to add another layer on top of your correctness here.
What's that?
This team has nobody besides Cam Ward and Big Jeff that makes this job attractive. Yeah. You have to start from scratch. So if you're a head coach taking this job, sure, maybe having a blank slate seems appealing, but you look at this team that has shown impatience.
Right. That's what I'm saying. How long are you going to give me?
So how long are you going to give me? And are you going to want to suffer through a rebuild? Because this is a rebuild. They built up like the foundation and the first floor just recently over the last few weeks, took dynamite to it, blew it up, and they're starting all over again. Like they're starting the rebuild in the middle of a rebuild, it feels like right now. So if you're a coach, like if you're Robert Saleh, am I going to really want to go? This is going to be my next step. That could be my last step.
And can I even do it the way I want to?
Can you do it the way you want to?
Someone behind the scenes wants me to do it.
It's like when people announced, or they kind of threw out the rumor of Steve Sarkisian mentioned the Titans, and maybe he takes the job. Now, he debunked that thoroughly in a heated press conference message. But again, why would you leave college to get paid less to take over a worse mess?
Yeah, I don't think that's
so. It's going to be tough.
He makes, what, 10, 11 million? And, they back 5-6 million in the pros. The
right.
Coaches, especially new ones, aren't as paid as highly as the college coaches, especially the league coaches.
All right, coming up next, we should be hearing from the Tennessee Titans head coach, Mike McCoy. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone. Covered 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by All Four Seasons Garage Doors, 615-737-1045. We await interim head coach for the Tennessee Titans, Mike McCoy, to get up to the podium. As soon as he does, we'll carry that the rest of the way. Blaine, the Tennessee Titans are losing by 17.2 points per game. That is a wild number.
17.
I asked this question last night, Titans Talkback.
Man.
Is this the worst Tennessee Titans team for the season? Is this the worst iteration of the Tennessee Titans since it's moved here? I can't think of a worse product on the field right now. I know there's that Wisenhunt days, but I feel like this visually is worse.
I don't know. Wisenhunt, it looked really bad. That has to top the cake.
Yeah. That's why I wonder. So he's up at the podium. As soon as he gets there, we will turn it over to him. But his interim head coach, Tennessee Titans, Mike McCoy.
Oh, okay. All right.
There will be more requests later, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. I got some requests for you guys too. Are you ready to roll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just start out by, I know you guys know this already, but we traded Roger McCreary to the Rams. Okay, so just to kind of mention that to you guys, and I can't thank Roger enough for everything he did here for this organization. He's a true pro, showed up every day, did what we asked him to do, so wish him nothing but the best moving forward. Okay, moving in, no updates on the injuries that I told you guys about after the game. We'll kind of go and update you as the week goes on. There's some guys, like we've told you before, that were out last week. We'll see what their progress is this week as the week goes on. So that's with the injuries. And then just summarizing kind of the game the other day. Unfortunately, there's some critical moments in games where we didn't make certain plays. I think when you look back at the game, the way Cam played, he played at a high level. He really did some really nice things in the game. You can see the progress and the way he's playing better. That was one of the big focuses. Obviously, you guys asked me 2 weeks ago, one thing that we wanted to do and, have Cam play at a certain level. And there's always going to be plays, when you look at the game, there's a couple throws and then you look at say, man, I wish you would have made them. And I just, I talked to him again this morning. It's like, hey, listen, just keep going. This was the way you need to play. The throw he had there with 26 seconds left in the first half. Wow, that is a big time throw. And you see that. And then the way they operated the next play, get down there and clock the ball. It's outstanding. And that's what you want to see. You want to see the development of Cam. So I was very pleased with that. The younger players on offense, they each kind of made their plays. So that was outstanding. The two backs, the way we ran the football, that was a big focus going into the game of saying we got to run the ball. And I think they both had success at times, and the balance of those two guys playing. And from week to week, there's going to be, it's going to who's the hot hand at times, and how's the flow of the game going? How are they playing? But overall, though, we had too many missed opportunities in the game offensively. I regret the decision I made to start the second half by not going for it there on the fourth down. That's on me. Like I told you guys, that's on me. So I got to do a better job with that and put the players in a position to keep that drive going. Defensively speaking, I think once we settled down there at the end of into the second quarter, they did a really nice job of getting a couple stops for us, getting us the ball back to get the opportunity to go down there and get some points at the end of the half. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. But that's one of those things we've talked about before, is having the ball at the end of the half, getting points, coming out in the second half. And then there's an opportunity for us, to make some one-on-one plays that unfortunately we didn't make. But like every week, there's going to be the good and the bad. And we came in there in meetings now, coaching it up. So.
Was the fourth down decision in the second quarter, also in Indianapolis territory, was that much different from the one in the third quarter in your mind?
Well, there's different situations that come up, and I think that that one actually worked out because we got that ball back and got Cam made the phenomenal throw. Then we had the down clock situation, so that one worked out the way you wanted it to take that last shot. So we got points. So it's hey, listen, the one I do, the second half, like I said, that you just look back at it, and that's one I truly wish I had back. That's on me. And so,
step into this role, how much do you have to balance just sort of stabilizing a young team, making sure they're playing with the best possible fundamentals, get individual growth out of them, versus maybe take a gamble here or there to try and put yourself in the best position to win a football game?
Well, it's always about winning. Every game you go into, you're trying to win. And you make decisions, and like I told you guys last week, there's some sleepless nights as a coach when you make certain decisions and it doesn't work. If that situation works different yesterday, you come in here and you say, "God, I probably still should be aggressive and go for that." But somehow it works out different. You look at, and there's always that side of it too. There's nothing in here when you put game plans together that you're saying one way or the other. They're all good. You think things are gonna. You call a game as a coordinator. You're hoping things. You're thinking they're supposed to work a certain way. Sometimes they don't, and you have this. That's when you look at yourself. You say, "God, I could have done that better." With the growth part of it, we're always trying to. You're always trying, regardless of young team, whatever. You're always trying to get better every week during the season. I've always been a big believer, and from a young age, I was taught a long time ago, as a football team, you'll be playing your best football in December, and then into January, as the end of the year. So you're constantly trying to get better, and I think when you see a lot of our young players, both offensively and defensively, the amount they're playing now, and defensively, you're starting to see some younger guys play a little more due to injury. Is that you're seeing the plays they're making, the way Cam played. Whether it's Ellick, it's Jim, it's Gunner, the plays. You see these guys getting better, and that's. I can't say enough about the young guys that we have. They've done an outstanding job.
How do you size up the players that you have to replace Roger with at the nickel?
Well, it just happened. So the coaching staff will talk about how we want to address this, how we're going to play, who's going to play where, and it's adjustment you have to make. But that's. Any other change you make during the week or during the game, you got to look at who does what best, and I think that's something that the defensive staff will look at in the next couple of days and say, okay, here's the changes we need to make to put the players in the right positions and move a couple of guys around, whatever we need to do.
How Marcus Harris looked in the brief work he's got.
You love the way he comes out and prepares and plays, the chip on the shoulder he plays with. And you saw his, through training camp and the time that we've had him. Now I've got, to be honest, I got a closer eye on the defense now. When I was on the offense side of the ball, I was worried more, when I was just with the offense, spent a lot more time, but I've watched the guys and watched the whole entire team more, and you see the progress that he's made. And, so I'm excited to see him play.
You guys talk a lot about how cornerback is one of the toughest positions to solve in season, to find in season. Why is it so difficult to churn a corner? Why is it such a premium on that position?
Well, you're on an island. That's like you're somehow on Sports Center a lot. Whether it's for the good plays or the bad play, you get out there. There's so many skilled receivers out there. There really are. They're so talented. It's a challenge. You're on an island a lot. You're out there one-on-one, and you got these great talented players, and there's going to be the good and the bad of it. And so you look at the younger players, it's like all young. It doesn't matter what position you're playing in this league. If you're a young player and you're out there, you're the one-on-one battles. You're gonna take your licks from time to time. But it's just you gotta trust the technique. Trust. The thing is, in this game, there's so much more that just goes in. It's all about players going out there and winning their one-on-one battles. But it's the recognition and understanding. Like you'd be amazed if you're on the headset and the defense is out there and you listen to the defensive staff call out plays and formations and what they're doing, the tendencies and stuff like that. And that for young players, there's so much to learn, and that's half the battle is just learning what are the little tips that the offense is giving you: splits, formations, motions. Okay, where, like in the game the other day, where is 84 lined up? What does that mean to you? And that all helps you, but they're out there on an island as a young player too. You're so focused on doing your job, but there's the tricks of the trade you got to learn to really help you. But they're very talented receivers out there, obviously, as we all know.
As you're going through navigating the conversations with the players, you trade McCreary. How do you go about keeping the morale up and not giving them the image that you feel in the top?
Well, I've been in this business a long time. I've been in this business since 2000. And there's a number of different things that come up. And there's changes happen in this business. And I think the big thing is it's an opportunity for somebody else to step in and play. And that's what, I told the team this morning, is that it's an opportunity for someone else to come in here and step in. And it's all part of the business, and we're moving forward.
When they made you interim coach, Mike, what type of discussion was there from who made this decision for you to take this job about potential roster turnover that would be coming down the pike and how to deal with that?
Well, you always, I've been in this before. I've been a head coach, obviously, before, so I understand that. There was not a lot of discussion, just particularly on, getting this far down the road. I mean, we weren't talking 2 weeks out when I first took this job. We were talking about, what were we going to do now? That Monday when they asked me to sit down and talk, we talked about, what we were doing, what the plans were. And, I had a lot to get done in a short amount of time that first week. So these are all discussions I knew would eventually come up down the road. But I don't, as the head coach, I understand the business and the role that I'm in and what I need to do to help this team win. So I knew there's always, regardless of when it is, there's going to be tough discussions you're going to have in organizations, whether it's the offseason program, training camp, through the season. This is all part of the business.
Winning, though.
Go ahead, Chris.
Sorry, can I follow up? When you talk about winning, though, how much tougher does it make it to win when you're selling off assets that are starters?
Well, it's an opportunity for someone else to come and step in and play. And you got to go out there and do your job. So it's like I keep saying, it's the next man up mentality. Someone's got to go out there and fill that role that Roger was in and go from there.
Gunnar, obviously first touchdown yesterday. What have you liked about his development? Could we see more of a role for him moving forward?
Well, with his development, I'll say this. Give Luke Stocker a ton of credit for the way he's coached the tight end position. I love what Luke has done with those guys. I think every tight end that's been here, whether they're still here or they're somewhere else playing, I think that just the way Luke coaches the player. He's a former player, so he knows what it takes to play the position. The detail that he goes into, he coaches them extremely hard, but he also loves them up like no other. And I think, that's what the players want. He cares so much about them, and he's a stickler for every detail. So I think that he's really helped Gunnar slow the game down a little bit so he can play faster. And I'm really pleased with the way Luke has really coached the entire room and where the tight end position is today.
Take a few more.
You talked a little bit earlier about Cam and some of the throws he made.
Yeah.
One that missed was the longer one to Iron Manor. It looked maybe on the replay as if perhaps Iron Manor had slowed in that route. What was your take on that play?
Yeah, he slowed down a little bit at the top of the route. We just got that. That's a ball. That's an explosive play that we just got to continue to get out. You got to expect that ball thrown up over the top. So there's a missed opportunity for us.
When you look back at yesterday, how much were missed tackles, missed fits a problem with the run defense, and in particular with your linebackers? Do you need them to make a few more plays and not just tackles?
Yeah, we missed too many tackles against a really good back from the first play on. You see a lot of those explosive plays or big plays that happen. A number of them should be 3-yard gains. But that's a talented back. But you've got to wrap him up. You can't let him get out in space like we did. So that's critical that we do a better job of tackling.
Did you attack physically at the point of attack? Did you lack physicality?
No, I think we missed tackles at times. That's the key thing is, you're always going to look at plays and say, yeah, we can have more push here, but I think the number one cause was the missed tackles.
Last two. I know you faced the Chargers as an assistant since leaving there, but anything special for you personally facing them as a head coach?
I can't thank the Spanos family enough for the opportunity they gave me to lead their organization. What a great family. I owe them the world. And there's so many great people there. I still stay in contact with a number of people there. So it's a great organization, and I love the family, love the people, the organization. It's the next one up, and you always like going against those former teams. It's kind of fun. It's good. It'll be great to see everybody. But it's the next one on the schedule, so we got to go out there and play our best game of the year against a really good team.
seems like there's been a few games this year when the defense has taken a while to get its footing underneath them and then kind of levels off a little bit. How much of a difference do you think it would make a couple early stops?
Oh, it'd be outstanding. I would love to see that. A couple stops early, a couple scores offensively, big plays in the kicking game. That would be great for us to get off. And that's something you talk about every week is how do we get off to a fast start? I think that's the key. Get off to a fast start, play complementary football, all three phases together. And let's see what happens when we do that.
This would obviously lessen pressure on the offense too. It seems like a lot of times the offense immediately, has to kind of play even up with the other team.
Yeah, but I think that's been really, when you get down the second half by certain scores, that's when you got to start doing. I think, but on the first, you got to kind of stay in routine, and you have a game plan. You got to be careful getting away from your game plan too early. And just stick to your plan. Keep going. There's a reason why we spend all this time in here and spend endless hours during the night of putting plans together. And I just think it's great to see that the development and the way Cam had played the past couple of weeks. And there's going to be some mistakes, and he'll tell you the same thing. But I think that you're showing that, and now we got to finish drives and make that like you mentioned, the third down play. We got to make that play. We got to make those plays to put scores up because we got to score some points on offense too. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. See you in a couple days.
All right. That was interim head coach Mike McCoy. Your reaction, 615-737-1045. Not really much to take away from that press conference. I guess coming off a loss as bad as it was yesterday, there's not a lot of good positive talking points. But he did speak on the Roger McCreary trade, talked about how it creates opportunity for other players to be that next man up mentality. And I bet that's about the only way you can present it to the locker room, right? Because, they can't control who gets traded and who doesn't get traded. They still got a game to play on Sunday. Next man up, let's go.
Well, I never got to how much was he involved in that and knowing that was going to happen. It seemed like he really didn't know. But his message is always to the team, and that's what he is controlling. That's the common sense answer is, hey, you only can control what you can control. But, man, it also sends a message that good players will be traded here because you are not part of this staff. It says that. So, maybe that'll make them have a little pep in their step. But right now that hasn't worked, at least for this team. Nothing has changed. They still can only play a half, and everything else falls apart if something bad happens to them or a big play happens. So, I'd be more concerned with that. But, I would have asked him who does this opportunity present to? Who is it? Who is that person? I was waiting for him to say Marcus Harris.
Well, I know he was asked about Marcus Harris, but that was earlier.
Right.
And because everybody else is connecting those dots, right? But we don't know if those are the right dots to connect because you would assume it may be Sam Womack would be maybe the guy in the slot, and Marcus Harris, who has been playing predominantly outside at these camps and practices.
Oh, no, it's going to be Sam Womack, but Marcus Harris is going to start for Baker.
Yeah.
That's what The whole second, it's going to be different guys out there. Like, you're still concussed. We're going to play Marcus Harris.
Yeah.
You can be a backup this game.
Yeah. It's going to be.
Yeah.
It's an insane defensive back room right now. Like the corners.
Womack does have long arms for a nickel.
Yeah. Well, he should have used those long arms to prevent the touchdown yesterday. His one play that he was on the team was the game on defense yesterday. He had one snap and it was a touchdown, and he was a part of the reason why he got a touchdown.
Oh, I didn't. I stopped watching. Yeah. It was just painful. This is really painful.
The whole secondary outside of Roger McCreary has been painful to watch. Snead made plays. I won't say the Snead was absolutely dreadful.
Right.
But right now, these guys that they are fielding have been absolutely dreadful to watch.
I'm fairly disappointed in the Baker kid. Not Baker, the Davis.
Mm-hmm.
All that athleticism. Oh man.
He plays very timid, I feel like. I don't know if timid's the right word, but
maybe just not with the confidence with his ability. Maybe
bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man. But, we shall see. Hopefully you get an opportunity. You better showcase when you get your shot, man. You better shoot your shot, man.
It kind of
This is maybe the second worst team I've I've seen the Titans.
To me, this may be qualified as the worst team because it has better talent than what Wisenhunt had.
So it's more disappointing.
Yeah, maybe more disappointing is the better word.
Well, all right. I know you talked a lot about Cam and how much he did. McCoy, that how much he's improving.
And I think he is, but it's not yielding points, and points matter in the NFL. Like, to me, that's what eventually is going to have to matter, is that you're going to have to score points, and you're going to have to make his bad decisions are going down, but they are still really bad decisions, like taking a sack when you should have thrown it out when you're way outside the pocket.
Yeah, but I thought he was getting better every game.
Well, I mean, overall, I'm not going to let one thing, say that he's not getting better, but I do think he is getting better.
Here's my evaluation of Cam Ward, and it's everything that goes back to when he came out of college and what he looked like in college. Cam Ward is a gunslinger, and you have to change that mentality. Guess what? He did do that for almost 2 quarters. For the first time. For the first time, he took what they gave him.
Yeah.
And then as the game went on in the second half, once he couldn't do that first drive was good. Then after that, he went back to who he is. And I said he was always going to have to fight himself because that's who he is. And they're trying to model it and taper it down, but he went right back to that once they got behind. He became the gunslinger, and I'm going to throw it where I want to throw it, and I'm going to do what I need to do. And taking sacks, holding on the ball too long, not throwing it out of bounds when he's outside the pocket, and all the people who thought he was some super-duper athlete. I told you guys from the beginning he was not on that level. He is not that kind of athlete. Now, he is a true quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what he is, and that's what I do like about him. But he's not a guy that's going to run off away from defensive linemen and D-ends and linebacker. He's not that guy. He can buy time.
Yeah, and that's essentially what he's trying to do.
And then he's not learning how to win the run, that 4th and 5.
Yeah, when the run present itself.
And he saw the gap, but that shows you he's still a quarterback. He still was looking to throw. So I would say I'm middling on if he's improving or not because I want to see him do it for a goal game. I don't care how many points they score. I want to see his development be consistent throughout a game, and I would demand it because I think he knows it, and I think they know it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, but at the same time, he's realizing the kind of clout and say-so he actually has for the organization.
And I would say that the defense, being a sieve yesterday, they just allowed points and stuff. That puts more pressure on him when he steps out on the field to try to make those plays. He does hold on to the ball longer in the second half. Yeah. And he is trying to let plays develop, and he's trying to find the big shots. And I'm not saying that he doesn't need to recognize that, hey, this defense is going to be kind of crap. So you still have to change that mentality. But that's part of the reason why I think he's doing it. And to your point, you don't want to coach it out of him too much to where it is, but he's got to understand this whole how the NFL works and what makes a successful quarterback not only in the first half but also in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks anything about the defense. I think he thinks about the score.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the defense is, that's what I'm saying. If the defense is the reason why the score is out of whack.
But you can't use that as an excuse in your development.
Oh, I agree.
That's coaching, and that's how, it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
So I think I'm interested to see if they can get the gunslinger out of them. And once you're a gunslinger, you're always going to be a gunslinger. You just got to know when to shoot it. And I just think that he hasn't gotten there. I think he went back to who he really is when the pressure got tight and when he wanted to make things happen. He goes back to who he is. It hasn't failed every game. So I could say, oh, yeah, he's making strides. But then every time you go back to that, the gunslinger mentality, then are you really making progress? And so you could say you're making incremental progress along the way in other areas, but that one area, to me, that's the biggest. And until you get that curtail, we're going to see Will Levis ×2. That's what he is. And he showed that in college when he came out. I said this guy's a gunslinger. So I like his accuracy. I like all he does. I just don't know if they can change that all the way, especially with an interim coach. Like, are you really listening to the interim coach if you're Cam Ward?
Well, probably not after that 4th down decision yesterday.
Right. Oh, you saw him.
I think you lost a lot of respect.
Yeah, I think the team did at that time. Here's what I'm saying I thought, and I never have thought this before. Can they ever fire an interim?
Yeah. I mean,
like
I'm
when
with
he
you.
made that, I said, what are you doing? That's when, guess what? They talk about players checking out. Well, as a fan, I checked out.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there. Like, hey, man, we on the 42. Bro, we just moved right down. We can make a hold of it. If we get it or don't get it, who freaking cares? And he said he made a mistake.
Yeah.
But guess what? The game changed after that.
Well, the mistake's already been made. So glad that at least he wasn't Brian Callahan and doubling down or Mike Vrabel doubling down on the decision. At least he admitted it was a mistake. But still, that was a pretty obvious mistake in the moment.
Yeah, being a guy with experience.
Yeah.
See, at least Callahan, you can say, this is second year. And you got to say, well, you got to know that now by this point. Well, this guy's a veteran.
And how many times have we sat here and said that about Callahan too, right? Like, you guys are at the time a 1-6 team. Why are you coaching like you're a 3-3, 4-2 kind of team? Like, that's not what you guys are. And your quarterback is signaling he wants to stay on the field. Then he comes off and he's mad and pissed and saying, what the hell are you doing? Let's go for it.
Now, I'm saying you go for it all the time, but you're on their 42.
Yeah.
So,
what do you have to lose?
I think he was thinking more defensively in his mind, like, okay, this game is close. Let me not do something that makes it go the other direction. Well, your decision not to go for it did.
Yep. All right, coming up next, we're going to go to the phones. We got Zach, Kyle, Joseph, and others. 615-737-1045. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 1045 The Zone.
Throw the ball out of bounds. Want to know about a place where European auto repair doesn't feel like European auto repair? Well, hey, as Blaine Bishop tell you, the moment you walk into Eurofix, you'll notice Eurofix is not your typical greasy garage. Waiting rooms are really clean, comfortable, and inviting with snacks all over the places. Place and service areas are spotless. Why? Because Eurofix cares about everything from how you are treated to how your vehicle is treated. Every repair comes with a rock-solid 3-year, 36,000-mile nationwide warranty on all repairs and that Eurofix performs, and at below-dealer pricing. And you don't have to put up with the dealer pricing or get ghosted when you're waiting for a call back or even in the waiting room. Eurofix fixes everything European, plus rental cars are available with every appointment. Locations all over the state of Tennessee, Nashville, Franklin, Belmead, Murfreesboro, Mount Juliet, and more to come. And all you have to do is just give them a call at 844-EUROFIX. That's right, 844-EUROFIX, or you can check them out online at myEurofix.com. That's myEurofix.com.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by All Four Seasons Garage Door, and broadcasting live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studios. Circus Sports can now be found in Kentucky Downs. All right, you had a question for me.
A quick question for you and Ross, both of you guys. That is, can you name one player on the Tennessee Titans that was better than the Colts at their respective positions? No, none of the receivers.
I'm trying to go through.
None of the offensive linemen. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, because I don't think Skoronski was better than Nelson, because Nelson's the left guard, right? So
what do you think?
Would Cedric have been the best linebacker on the field yesterday, play wise?
Maybe.
That's probably our best bet.
Yeah. But I can't say anybody on the defense should be part of anything.
Yeah.
After that, you gave up.
That's a good point. Yeah,
but, I got you. He had a lot of time. But yeah, what I'm getting at is, reason why I wanted to ask that question, this is really about the Jimmy and the Joes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have this talent. This team is not talented enough to be playing most NFL teams. Like, just think about that.
Yeah. I mean, this is the, by far,
I was just like,
I know the Ken Wisenhunt rosters are worse, but the defensive roster on this team right now, even with the Roger McCreary yesterday, was still bad. Cody Barton has just started trailing off throughout this whole time.
Our nickel, but McCreary's not better than Moore.
No. So, that's what I'm saying. Moore played a better game yesterday than McCreary.
And their corners
and McCreary got a sack, by the way. But still.
But our outside corners?
Maybe the long snapper, Morgan Cox.
Stop it.
Okay, returner, I think, is better.
Okay, DK.
Okay, so, but I mean, we're reaching the bottom of the barrel here, when you're talking about returners and inside linebackers.
Man, this is all about the Jimmies and the Joes here, man. This
is going to be, just buckle up. This is going to be a 4-year rebuild. It shouldn't have to be, but it is going to be.
Oh, man.
Because they keep creating holes. Oof. I will say, J.C. Latham only allowed one pressure yesterday, so looked pretty good.
Is he getting better?
He is getting better, yeah.
Okay.
I watched the snaps today, and he looked better today.
That's how I defer the two sides of the ball right now. I think defense is just not talented enough as a whole, and I think offense has largely just been coaching malpractice.
Cushenberry does not look good.
I said that last year before he
did not look good yesterday.
Oh, man, you see that Buckner rush?
He was like, come to me. Like, he gets out of his stances like, Buckner, just come over to my way. And Buckner kind of like just looks at him, just runs right by. Like, he didn't even attempt to engage Buckner.
I was like, yep, this is exactly what I said. Like, I think he don't look that good.
Hey, give him props, though. He was out there hauling for Tajay's long run.
That is true.
On that third down.
No, he just want to get on film that he was running.
The chats.
Look at me running right there, man. I'm just half step behind Tajay.
That's all he can do.
615-737-1045 is the number. The chat says, Stoney Keeley says, they're only 40 pieces away from having a competitive roster.
Oh, my. Yeah, Stoney. Thanks for the encouragement.
All right, let's go to Zach in Chattanooga. Zach in Chattanooga, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Good afternoon, y'all.
Choo-choo.
So, that game yesterday was, after the first half, was just miserable. I agree with Blaine. We should fire the interim coach because,
has that ever happened?
I don't think it has.
I don't care. We're making history as the worst run franchise, so add to it. But also, I saw the update from the Titans app about the McCreary trade. That could go down as one of the worst trades they've ever done. Now you have, no cornerbacks that are worth a crap. I will go ahead and say it. Burke Nighthill, fire him. Fire Brinker. I used to think Bergonzi had a shot. I'm out on him. Get rid of him and everyone else. Let's just start completely fresh. Thank you for the time.
Maybe we can also change the name. Let's not be the Tennessee Titans anymore. Let's be Nashville something else. I did. I recorded that earlier.
You ChatGPT.
I recorded it and had someone call in.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if this is even close to the worst trade they've ever done because, the A.J. Brown trade still exists. They traded up for Will Levis. That still exists. So I don't think it's the worst. I don't even know if it's top 5 for this franchise. But it's definitely not a great trade. Let's go to Kyle in Shelbyville. Kyle, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Hey, guys. Yeah, this season's pretty frustrating. I wanted Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones in the beginning instead of drafting Cam Ward because I didn't believe we were ready for Cam Ward. But this is a pretty big mess, and I heard y'all talking about new coaches coming in after the season. What would y'all think about Arthur Smith coming in to help clean up this mess? Because he doesn't seem to be getting a bunch of bites at the apple for other head coaching jobs, and he's got a relationship with Miss Amy, so didn't know how y'all thought this might play out. Appreciate the time, guys.
Thanks, Kyle. I'm not saying it's settling for Art Smith, but with the way that you've started destroying this roster piece by piece, he may be the only guy willing to put up with the Tennessee Titans.
Well, you have familiarity,
right?
So that comes into play, and he understands how they operate. So that's now does he have a relationship with Brinker and Berganzi? I have no idea.
Wouldn't think so.
But Amy can swoop in like that's who I want, so that's who we're gonna hire.
Yep.
And they go, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So I actually like the idea, just in theory. I just want to see who the candidates are. It's just crazy for me. I don't think there ever was a time. Well, I guess the Wizen Hunt, because that was after week 2 or 3. Like, man, we're talking about coaches and then the draft. I mean, it's week 9.
Well, it's way more fun to talk about that stuff than this team.
Oh, my gosh. This is going to be exhausting. Oh, man.
Here's the thing. This is, I feel like, the best time to need a head coach. But I don't know if the head coaches are necessarily going to want you with the state of the roster. The state of the roster has got me really
they are just tearing
scared, I guess.
Bones. They are.
I mean, it is to the bones, Blaine. Like, this is going to be, by the end of the year, because I do think there'll at least be 2 more trades.
How many new players did they put on the team coming into this year?
I think if memory serves me right, it was 52.8% roster turnover. So that would be over half of 53. So you'd be pretty spot on with your number right there. They're going to be doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably doing it again because it's probably going to be a lot of 1-year contracts. They're building this roster from the draft up. It still would be nice to keep the young players that are actual starters in the NFL to go along with those guys. But again, they're wanting all the draft picks.
Yeah, but you can't have all young players. I mean, theoretically, you want, the blend of some veteran players with the young picks, and then that's when you kind of take off.
You need to start winning games. It's going to be really hard to win games with like 20 rookies or 20 rookies and second-year guys. If half your roster is that's really hard still to win games. And what does that start doing to the younger players if they don't start winning games? They have to start winning games at some point. Like, that's just... You have to, right? Like, you have to have something for the work you're putting in through the week, for the body that you're putting on the line. You have to have something.
I'll never figure out how to close.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even play a full 4 quarters.
Can't even get close in a full 4 quarters.
I'm not saying win a game, but I want to see consistency throughout 4 quarters. I haven't seen
You're not getting it from anywhere. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's tough. It's tough to do anything with that. All right, coming up next, we'll go to Joseph, Gene, Chuck. And more of your calls, 615-737-1045. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 1045 The Zone.
Mm-hmm. Parents, when your teen athlete gets injured, every practice missed matters. So don't let an injury sideline their season or their dreams. Introducing Edge Athletic Recovery Program, a 2-month, twice daily sublingual peptide protocol designed to help your athlete heal faster, recover stronger, and get back on the field safely. Our science-backed peptides, BPC 157 and TB 500, support muscle, tendon, and ligament repair with no needles, no downtime, and also no hassle. Safe for teens, non-GMO, gluten-free, and easy to take at home. Optional add-ons include M-Scope, functional sessions, and regenerative orthopedic treatments to accelerate recovery even more. So don't wait. Give your athlete the best shot of full return to the sport and call Edge Peptide Therapy at 615-724-1878. Yes, that's 724-1878. Or you can go online and check them out at edgepeptide.com to schedule an office consultation today. Edge Peptide Therapy knows every game, every practice, and every dream always matters.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by All Four Seasons Garage Door. 615-737-1045 is the number. Loaded phone lines today. I'm actually really impressed that people have not decided to check out just quite yet on this team. So let's go to the phones. Let's go to Joseph in Madison. Joseph, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Oh, no, I think we've checked out. I just don't think that we've checked out on the team totally. We've just checked out on the current situation. So I wanted to bring up I keep hearing Joe Brady as a possible coaching candidate there with Buffalo, I think. I wanted to point out that sounded great up until last night whenever LSU fired Kelly. Joe Brady was an offensive coordinator, there were two offensive coordinators for Joe Burrow national championship year, and I've heard through the grapevine that they have him listed as one of their top candidates. And if you could fix LSU or you can fix the Titans, who are you picking?
Be picking LSU, to be honest with you, because you get paid more in college. Money's the motivator for me right there. You get paid more in college, and I think that LSU, thanks for the call, Joseph, I think LSU is closer to being able to contend at the SEC level than Tennessee Titans are able to contend at the NFL level. And specifically for Joe Brady, that's the right stepping stone probably for him to then land an NFL head coaching job later on down the road.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that, man. What about the coaches now, man? The list is getting long here.
It is. There are so many jobs open.
Penn State. Which job is better? Penn State, LSU, Florida. Who else?
So we got LSU. We got Florida. We got Penn State, like you just said. UCLA.
UCLA.
Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State, and Stanford already. Now, the last three really trails off right there. But the first five are at least programs that have talent and pieces that you may want to build around. I think LSU's the best spot.
It's LSU.
I don't think it's even close. For me, I think LSU's the best spot.
I didn't know Joe Brady was part of the list. Who's on that list?
I don't know. I haven't seen this list, but I've seen a couple people also echo what he said was that Joe Brady's on the radar, which makes sense because he was the OC during the Joe Burrow last time they won
James
national
Franklin's going to coach?
Somewhere, I would assume. I don't know where.
Does he fit at LSU, Florida? Where are you going from Penn State?
I think you're going to Arkansas.
That's where you think.
That's what I said.
Or UCLA. Those are I think programs that he could go to and turn around. Kind of like what is his style. He did at Vanderbilt. He kind of helped get Penn State up there. Those are those. I just don't know if Florida and LSU is the right fit for him.
Gotcha.
But I think that next tier down, that UCLA, Arkansas is probably the right tier for him.
That's what I'm saying. Go somewhere you can it's viable that you can turn it around fairly quickly and they can compete, but they don't have all that expectation that a school like Penn State had, because I don't think he needs any more of that at the current moment.
Yeah.
Or you could just say he interviewed and then he didn't get the job and keep collecting those checks.
That's true. As long as you show
broadcast
effort.
And take a year off or something. Just relax. I tried to get a job. I tried to even get a broadcasting job. That's all he has to do is try.
Maybe James Franklin goes to MTSU. No? All right. Let's go to Gene.
What are we talking about? They fired their coach?
Oh, they're probably going to be, right? He is that team has gotten worse and worse. Let's go to Gene. Gene, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Hey guys, as a season ticket holder now and a future season ticket holder in a new stadium, I'm sounding totally crazy, but I'm for trading everybody, getting rid of all the dead wood, because even Jeff Simmons, because is he going to be responsible for 2 wins this year? And what is it going to do to the team? He'll bring a number 1 draft pick plus another compensatory draft pick. And we need draft picks. We don't need to hold on to one all-star, one all-pro for the sake of holding on to him. We need to rebuild, and he will get us started good with an extra first rounder maybe next year. as well as all the other ones, Stu Snead, they can, as well as really, I mean, they're staying on the club. They're in the tub and still on the club. I mean, they can't stay healthy, and that's my view right now, because it's going to keep getting worse if they keep doing this and just holding on to all these players that are either dead weight or a good draft capital wasting away. Because if you wait 2 years with Trey Simmons, he's not going to bring near as much, and we're not going to be any better off in 2 years with him. I'd like to hear your take on that.
All right, Gene. Here's where I'm at on the Jeffrey Simmons trade. If you're building a house, he's obviously one of the pillars. But if you get the right price for him, now not these negotiating skills they've done with Roger McCreary and Jarvis Bradley Jr., but if you get the right price for him, I'm okay with it. If you don't get the right price, hold out for the price.
What do you think is a good price for him? I'm not saying that's the right price, but a good price.
I mean, you at least need a first-round pick in the current draft coming up. I don't know if you'll get a future first, but if you can get a first-round pick this year and maybe a second-round pick this year and a second-round pick next year, I think I'd be okay with that.
Where do you get these numbers? Like, what's comparable?
Oh, man.
Because
I guess
I was
for
thinking
him,
a first and a third. And that's it.
That's it. I mean, you would take that if they called?
I'm saying I would take it.
Okay. You just think that's what the offer would be?
Yeah, I think that's about as high as it's going to go.
I could see that. I'm going. That's the offer it would take for me to move off of him. The first, second, and in this future second.
Because I'd be super conflicted because he's an elite player. It's just hard. But if even if you asked him, do you want to be part of this rebuild?
There's no way he really
Right.
does.
No. And that's what I'm saying.
I mean, do we really think that he hasn't actually gone on?
Watch this. Big Jeff, if they don't trade him, just if they don't, he's going to ask for a new contract. And so now it's in the $30 million range.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay him $30 million?
Not really. He can't stay healthy.
On a team.
He's good, but he can't stay healthy.
Right. That is rebuilding, and we're probably going to be, middle of the road as about as, the next 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you.
And so you got to sit there and say, okay, so now what are you selling to come to the stadium?
What will this fan base do if it were to be announced that Big Jeff got traded over the next week and a half?
Oh, man, a lot of people will be walking down the street throwing up.
Just puke everywhere.
Yep.
Just vomit.
Yep. Just coming out.
Well, and what, I'm not saying they will, but what makes you think they wouldn't? Their word? Like that? That's
I think
that means nothing.
I think they would be open to trading Big Jeff. They just haven't got the offer, and so that's being put out there that we're not trading Big Jeff.
He's going to look so good in that Patriots uniform.
Oh, man. Then it will be a lot of vomit.
Oh, yeah.
And there will be a lot more Patriots jerseys around here.
Yeah.
A lot of people ordering clam chowder.
It's just hard when you know you have an elite player unless you understand where we are at. And so will Amy do it? Here's a good example.
Because is Jeff worth the investment pretty much?
Right.
That you're going to have to do.
To give him the extension. So we saw it right in front of our faces.
Yeah.
They didn't trade Derrick Henry.
Yep.
They let him go through to the end of his contract out of respect to him.
Yeah.
Then he got to walk. Well, that's not what was good for the organization, though. And that was an Amy call.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got nothing for him. And at that time, I think the Ravens were offering a third-round pick.
Yeah. Stoney said throwing up out of both ends.
That other one it starts with the D.
Yeah, diarrhea.
Hey, what about this, though? Because this is what I'm starting to get scared of. I'm just, thinking, what if they trade Cedric Gray? They didn't draft him. He's playing his butt off right now.
I mean, you're right. That's the thing. They're the only people that are really, truly, right now in my mind, off limits.
It's Cam.
Are the guys that they drafted. I'm not. Listen,
it's Cam. Yeah.
They may trade J.C. Latham. They may trade Peter Skoronski. They may trade Cedric Gray, Tavondre Sweat. Those aren't their guys, so I can't take that off the table that is a possibility rolling through their head. If someone were to call them and say, hey, we'll give you a second and a third for Peter Skoronski, they may take it.
I'm saying like with Cedric.
Yeah.
Like who else, now that Roger's gone, who else besides Jeff and Cedric has real value on this
It's
defense.
Skoronski, right? Like you go down next on the list. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Cedric Gray definitely showed his worth.
It's being requested that we take the mic away from Ross because he keeps just bringing the chat down. So
I don't want any of this to happen, Chad. I'm just saying what they're showing us right now.
I mean, listen. You
got
can't take
Pollard.
off. You got Pollard, right? Ridley. Can't take those guys. Arden Key. That's your other guy. Draymond Jones right now, who's got 3 sacks in 3 straight games.
How many sacks did he have when he came to the team?
4.5, I think, last year is what he had. So he's already got 3 now through this year. Not bad, but still, Jihad Ward is playing really well.
He had 0, right?
Yeah, he had he had 1 last year.
Yeah, 1. That's what.
Lorenzo Carter had 0 last year.
Oh well, he's not with it. Yeah,
but I mean, I personally wouldn't trade those guys. Some of those guys that we name. Yeah. But again, this staff, this front office has proven that if you weren't drafted by them, they have no loyalty to you. So I can't take anything off the table logically. Let's go to Chuck in Clarksville. Chuck, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Hey, guys. I guess my only beef is I understand Borgazzi's wanting to get several draft picks for the next 2 or 3 drafts, but how are we getting ahead if all we're doing is trading a 6th for a 5th? We're not getting extra draft picks that way. I have no problem with trading McCreary or Brownlee if you get extra picks and extra value for them, but I don't see where we're getting the really extra value. Same way with Jeff. If we can get a first this next year and maybe a second or a third the year after, then I think it's a value pick, and you should think about it. But it's going to take. I mean, I don't understand the philosophy. If you want to get a lot of draft picks, just trading a 6th for a 5th or a 5th for a 6th or whatever.
That's what we were saying.
Explain that one to me.
Yeah. Well, Chuck, I mean, the only thing is that you are hoping, in theory. Well, now I got 2 5ths. Maybe I could turn one of those 5ths into a 4th. Now I got 2 4ths. Maybe I could turn one of those 4ths into a 3rd. Maybe I'm trading back and I can get up extra picks from the team I'm trading back with if I throw in one of these extra 5ths. That's great in theory, but we can't guarantee it in practice. And that's the problem that I have, is that these are all great theories. This is maybe a great strategy to assemble 5ths and 4ths and all that stuff. But you still have to have someone that wants to trade with you. That is the problem, and you're getting rid of assets that can help you right now, at least maintain the illusion that you guys want to be competitive, and you're trading those away because you likely will not get compensatory picks for anybody other than Big Jeff. If you were to, and Big Jeff's not going to be a free agent. So, like, all these players that are going to hit free agency, you're not going to get comp picks for, because guess what? You have over 30 roster spots you have to fill, which means you're going to be spending money. So you're likely not going to get comp picks for any free agents that leave. So again, they're getting what they can get, and their hope is that, hey, we'll find someone to trade with in the draft or heading into the draft, and we'll get, these picks will look better later on down the road. Yeah, and it's great in theory.
Yeah, I think they also aren't getting what they want, and that's why they have to make these kind of trades.
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of sit in that spot where we're not going to resign them. We must get something. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah. Now, you got me really scared on this Big Jeff thing, though, because I'm thinking, I don't know if I would give him a super big contract that he is going to want. And I'm like, that's going to be a topic of discussion when they're deciding and going through these offers.
What about Sweat?
Oh, I think Sweat, Spears.
Sweat, right?
Yeah, they didn't draft Sweat. They didn't draft Spears. I mean,
Sign Pollard, right?
I mean, it's like 10 people that aren't drafted, that aren't tradable in my mind. I mean, yeah.
But Jalen Armour Davis, not tradable.
Not tradable.
Our guy.
Well, that's just because nobody wants him.
Well,
Let's go to Dave in Nashville. Dave, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
He starts.
Thanks for taking my call, man. I was just trying to say that Titans is the worst team in the NFL. We don't need a new coach. We need to get rid of some of the players either play some of the players that's on the bench that haven't had a chance yet. But as of right now, it ain't about trading or trying to get a new head coach. They got to pull together and start playing their players. And the quarterback, man, I don't know what he does, dude. I mean, it's like, them number one picks ain't no good. You got a number one now, and look at him. But anyway, thank you for taking my call, man.
All right, thanks, Dave. We're here to just let people vent sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just let them vent. All right, let's go to Kevin in Chapel Hill. Kevin, you're on Blaine and Zach.
I just wanted to talk about the Big Jeff thing, man. As a Titans fan since '99, I mean, I know we didn't trade Derrick Henry, but I will say, as a Titans fan, that last game against Jacksonville was well worth it for him not to be traded and us not to get anything out of it. Because that's a memory I won't ever forget, watching him run hard and run all over Jacksonville, keeping Jeff, whatever it takes. If we don't get anything, we don't get anything. If he's going to keep playing like he's playing, because, man, he's a dog out there.
I mean, he is a dog, and he's having a great year. But he's also, once again, injured.
Last 3 years.
Yeah.
Missed games.
Yep. And what player are you going to get when he comes back from injury? I mean, that's the other thing. Is he going to still be that same guy at the beginning, or is the injury going to hamper him? I hope not. I hope Big Jeff is able to continue the season that he was having, pick up where he left off. But we also have to understand the NFL is a business. Sentimentality isn't worth anything. And you still don't have Derrick Henry on this team. And, yeah, he won you a meaningless game in Jacksonville, or he played really hard in a meaningless game in Jacksonville. That's great. What good is that doing you right now? You need the trade. And you got me all now. I'm all only. You know how much I think about the Jarvis Bradley Jr. trade every day.
I know you do.
Now I'm going to be. I'm going to Memphis tonight after the show to go to this St. Jude Tip-Off Classic that I've been advertising. So I'm going down there. So 3 hours down, I'm going to be thinking about Jarvis Bradley Jr., Roger McCreary, Jeffrey Simmons. On the way back tomorrow before the show, then I'm going to be thinking about those same three things. Yeah. That's all I'm going to be thinking about.
Now, why don't you turn on some nice, relaxing music?
Yeah.
You like,
well, I'm afraid I'll fall asleep.
or pull up a movie or
a little
something.
audio book or something.
Something, man. You listen to a podcast. Something, man. Take your mind away.
It's getting unhealthy at this point.
It is. Well, I mean, it's an unhealthy franchise. Yeah, but it's an unhealthy franchise. So, I mean, it is. It's bad. It's bad. But you're right. I mean, with this stage of where the roster building is at, is paying Jeff Simmons $30 million a year or whatever he's going to command worth it.
Yeah, because he's going to ask for a bigger.
And he should ask for that.
No, he is. Yeah, that's why I feel positive about it, because he's just that kind of dude. But, okay, you're going to pay him. And maybe this is the time to pay him because your franchise quarterback is under a rookie deal. So there's, two ways to look at it. And can you, through trading him on the other side of that, can you get another D tackle and another pick to complement Sweat?
Yeah.
Like, they may not be Jeff. It may be another second or third round pick, but a good solid player.
Because that's what this team, this team needs elite players, obviously. But if you've watched this team at all this year, they need solid players.
Yeah.
They don't have even but maybe 10 solid players playing for this team.
Or do you get, a big-time pass rusher with that first pick you may get from him? And in the third round pick, maybe you get tight end. I don't know, just whatever position. Or a running back.
Yeah. You need it because you need a running back.
It's like
you need everything. I don't know if besides you still, because even at quarterback, you still need a backup quarterback.
Hey, are you riding down by yourself?
Yeah.
He's going to be talking to himself in his car.
I will be.
He's going to be talking to himself.
No, there's no doubt about it.
This is like a NBA Summer League team. Like, you're watching the TV, you're like, oh, he's a Titan. Who is that? Oh, he's on the team. Who is that? Like you're watching Summer League. Like, we got our draft picks, and then who is that?
Yeah.
That's a good comparison.
It's something. It's something. All right, coming up next, we'll close out the show with your phone calls. We got Chris, Phil, and Rick. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone. This must be that calming music I need to listen over on down to Memphis.
Yeah. What did Aaron Rodgers say?
Yeah.
Just relax.
Just
relax.
a season of pain and despair.
Yeah, just relax. Take a couple deep breaths, like 3 of them.
Yeah. All right, cover 2
Slow your heart rate
with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 105 The Zone. Let's go. First off, let's do this. Woosah. Let's talk about something non-Titans related before we go back
He
to
can't
the
even
folks.
woosah for a second.
Gotta keep going.
Yeah, his mind is just.
I'm like a shark. You gotta keep swimming.
He's a sprinter in his mind.
Yeah. Congrats to Vanderbilt. Top 9.
No doubt. Anchor down, baby.
Yeah. Congrats to Vanderbilt. That was a big game to win. It was a tight game, but loved it. Loved it for Vanderbilt.
Congratulations to Vandy, man. They keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
that's our non-Titans talk.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to say, hey, can not address that. But, we're going to get the calls before we get off here. We got 4 callers here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to David. David, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Guys, I just wanted to, since it's the holiday season, I just wanted to say a line from the movie, You Can't Polish a Tud. That's exactly.
I love it. That's true.
And, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I'm just like every other caller that has come on here today, just feeling frustrated. I've seen the glory days of the Titans, and this is making me have that real sick feeling in my throat that makes me want to throw up all over Indianapolis. And thanks for listening.
No problem. Listen, that's what we're here for. Yeah. Look, more sad music from Ross up back there. I mean, vomit has been the big topic today.
It's okay. It's okay.
We will make it through.
We'll make it through together. Let's go to George and Mount Juliet. George, you're on Blaine and Zach.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, George.
I'm doing all right. I got 2 questions. And I'm really, one of them is more of a statement. I don't understand why we don't use our tight ends more than we already are, because when your line can't block, if you leave a couple of tight ends in there to help with blocking, and then if they get beat and they turn around and they catch a screen pass, and I just don't understand why we don't use our tight ends more than we are. And my other question I wanted to ask you guys seriously, if they decided to trade Jeffrey Simmons, what do you think realistically they could get for him, and who do you think would be the best trade partner? And I'll hang up and listen.
Oh, best trade partner is actually a good question.
That is.
I don't know what Dallas would do. That seems like a team. Maybe the Packers. I could see them maybe going a little bit more all in because they just got Micah Parsons. Why not go all in again? Get Jeffrey Simmons. I do see the Patriots, but the Patriots don't really make a ton of sense just because they have
got
Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. To his point about the tight ends, the Tennessee Titans had 47 pass blocking snaps yesterday. Chig and Gunner blocked for a combined 5 of them, and then you add in Oli Udoh for an additional 1, so you had 6 blocking snaps from people outside the offensive line that could stay in and help. They didn't do it. They don't do it.
Outside of run protection, too, I'm assuming?
Yeah, outside of run blocking, right, pass blocking only.
Yeah, that's been my big beef. I want to get the tight ends involved, not only in the pass game, but also in the run game,
Yep.
So, I don't understand it, but what do I know?
Well, I feel like, sometimes I sit here and I'm like, there's no way that we could coach or we could be a GM better than what they can be. But then sometimes they do stuff and I'm just like, I don't know, maybe we could.
Maybe they just haven't told us their plan, and that's why we're, we don't understand.
Yeah.
Wish they just tell us their plan.
They told us their plan.
Hey,
Patience over panic.
This is a little big, if you guys want to hear this.
That is not the plan.
This ain't breaking news or anything, but this is a little interesting nugget here. Eric Reed in the F&M Bank chat, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook Live says Pat McAfee floated out the name Nick Saban for the Titans job. You floated it out a couple of weeks ago.
I think
he went back and listened.
I thought it was a joke on game day he made.
Was it?
Did he do it separately on a show?
Oh, I don't know. I'm doing this show right now, so I have no clue what's going on with Pat McAfee right now.
I know, but they were talking college coaching candidates for schools on game day, and then McAfee said there's a team in Nashville that could use Nick Saban, like the Titans.
Well, now I'll have to go back and watch Nick Saban's physical reaction.
Take
to
a guess to what it was.
Probably just staring at the camera.
Nothing, yeah.
No, I was talking about bringing him in for when I said this a couple weeks ago as the CEO.
Yep, you did say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Chris and Brentwood. Chris and Brentwood, you're on Blaine and Zach.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me. Big fan of the show. Hey, so I migrated here in 2021 from the Bay Area. And having grown up in the Bay Area, the one thing I can tell you is the 49ers were ran like a well-oiled machine by the DeBartolos family.
Yeah.
And the one thing I can tell you is Eddie D was front and center on every press conference. Anything to do with ownership, change, management, head coach, he was there speaking. I've been waiting for 2 weeks to make this call into y'all. And one thing I can tell you is not seeing Amy or anyone from her family at these conferences is a huge problem, because you just see there's lack of leadership from the top down. And that's where this starts. It just starts there, and everything trickles down, and that's the way it works with any business. In my opinion, that's one of the big things that I would love to see is Mike Bergonzi to get her or get someone from her family more involved, show an active leadership role, and show a united front, consistent messaging, a little maybe culture. So my two thoughts. Secondly, 22-year football coach here. If any high schools in the area need me to help coach, I'm open. Retired when my babies went off to college, but I'm open. I'll leave my number with y'all if anybody needs one.
All right, I'm going to put you back on hold. There's also the Tennessee Titans job opening up. Are you interested in that one? All right, thank you for the call, Chris. We'll get that handled with Ross over there behind the glass.
Yep.
And then let's go to Phil in Franklin. Phil, close us out.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's that?
Man, I think it's hysterical that we're going to trust. Everybody wants trade. We're going to trust this front office to handle the bare cupboard that are our assets. And Blaine, I got a question for you as well. How does the Indianapolis Colts go ahead and go from being like that chick you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I broke up with her, she's probably got makeup all over her face when I see her in public, and then next thing you know, she's got Matt McConaughey eating brunch with her, and you're just like, oh crap, I messed up. Like, how did they turn it around? We've been saying rebuild for like 3 years now. I'll hang up and listen, guys. Appreciate y'all and appreciate the show.
No problem.
Finally got their quarterback.
Yeah.
That's it. They had all the other pieces.
Yep. They had everything else, and all they needed was the right quarterback. Because even with Anthony Richardson, they were at least a competitive team. Mm-hmm. And it was clear that he was holding them back. Now, I mean, they are now rolling on all cylinders, but it is Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones was Shane Steichen.
What if they're going to trade him?
Probably not.
He's injured now, right?
Who, Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His eye? Right?
Yeah, he's on IR right now. I mean, he had to have surgery for the orbital socket that got broken. Yeah. It was apparently a lot worse than what you think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, there you go. Maybe they'll trade Will Levis.
Injured?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, no, they don't.
You don't think so?
Injured player, especially throwing on one. You got to show me you can still throw, bro.
All right, that will do it for us on this very special episode of Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 105 The Zone. 3HL's up next, and in the meantime...
In between time.
Woosah.
Namaste.
There you go.